He said, you know, he said, do you remember Shirley? Here we go again on name. Shirley, not Shirley. Pearl. Started with a P. He told me that she was a nurse at the hospital on Long Island, and at the fort, whatever the fort, I can't think of the name of it. It's well known, I know. I'd recognize it in a minute if I heard it. But at any rate, he said, and he gave me her phone address. He was the family doctor. She was she had, I want to say no, that's the other thing. There was another, there was a family of 4 or 5 kids, and she was one of the oldest. I think the oldest girl. I think there were 2 others that were old. They were farm people, and they, like I say, gave me the number and everything. So I said, well, I'll give her a call. So the day after Christmas, we were told we would be sailing, I think, in 3 or 4 more days, something like that. Anyway, I called, and she answered the phone. And, oh my goodness, she said, I knew you were in the service, but I didn't know you were in New York. And I said, well, I'm just passing through. I said, my ship leaves in a few more days. We're going back to Europe. Oh. I said, are you busy? And she said, well, I'm on duty tonight. But she said, I can get a day off tomorrow. So in the evening, I said, okay, I'll meet you there. I knew where the hospital was, and so we had a date. And Shirley was her name, and she was at least a year, I think 2 years behind me in high school. But like I say, she was one of the older of the kids. But we had a good time. I took her to the Eddie and somebody's bar, a well-known bar in Manhattan. It was up around the park. The people entertaining were the 4 black men.
The only one I could, was it a famous group at all?
Yeah.
The only one I can think of is the Ink Spots. Was that them?
The what?
The Ink Spots, was that them?
East?
The Ink Spots?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, you saw the Ink Spots?
Ink Spots.
Wow, that was,
Yeah.
I bet that was a great experience.
Yeah, they had their home place there in Brooklyn. It was in upper New York. So we went up there and ate and listened to them that night. We had a great time.
Oh, I bet. Did you see? Did they play If I Didn't Care?
Oh, they played everything. My God, I couldn't. I'm trying to think if we danced. I don't specifically remember that we might have danced. I don't know. But they owned the place, the Ink Spots. They owned the bar and I don't know, the building. But it was their home They used to travel, and then I think they sort of stopped, gave it up, and did that. But we had a grand evening together, so. But to meet this girl, go find out her dad and mother owned the hotel and lived there. Oh, yeah. That's it. Yeah, some strange things take place at times. You never know. You never know. Something else again. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a long life. Good times, bad times, worse times. I'm lucky to be alive. How much longer that's going to last, I know. Not too damn long. Yeah. No, I've done a lot of things, a few things I shouldn't have done. Mistake here, a mistake there. So I haven't made too many enemies. I don't know really of an enemy, so to speak. I get more pissed off around here than I do elsewhere. One gal down here, she can't talk without hollering. And I mean holler. You can hear her all through the building. Real pain in the butt. And I found out I've been in here, I think, over 16 years. Kind of someplace where we found a letter addressed to me at this address, and it was 1914. There was some oddball on the envelope that gave it away, because that address came after I moved here. I got a letter yesterday from its family dealings in wine, and I can get 14 bottles of wine for $65.
That's not a reasonable price.
Huh?
That's about a reasonable price.
Yeah, part of it is Italian wine, 3 or 4 types of wine, and it's all in there. I used to, when Kathy used to be here, this is another Kathy, she used to drink white wine, and so I'd order white wine, and it got red, white, and clear, I guess, I don't know. But she would get the white lines, get a dozen, 14 bottles of wine, just $65. And it's still going. I hadn't heard from them for some years, but we used to get our wine. We'd bring the bottle right with us to supper, dinner, and sip on it while we were eating. she got into, I don't know just what happened, but she moved out.